I'm looking at you. We're here from the universe to you. Because I'm hungry. Fuck. I'm not going to start this video over. I'm not going to start this video over because I said some good stuff. All right, let's get into it. What is up, my loves? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Nath Hughes here. And I'm not looking you in the eye because I don't know what's going on with the position of my camera, but I'm usually looking into the camera there, but even when I flip it, then my eye goes to the other place and I just don't understand why. Hi, my loves. How are y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. See, I can't look myself. I can't look at myself and look at you at the same time. And I feel like I've mentioned this before on my channel. I prefer to look at my face the entire time just because that's why you're here too, right? Okay, seriously, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are a newcomer here. I'm assuming y'all have already done the liking, sharing, and subscribing and all of that good stuff. You already know we're about to have an amazing reading today. I got 3 new decks that we're going to be using and playing with in our readings today. How have y'all been? I have not been posting content in so long. I've been doing my own thing, but I'm coming back stronger than ever, better than ever, with a more firm schedule than ever. Okay, starting this week, you're going to be getting content from me every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'm super duper excited to be coming back, to be connecting with you all. Have you guys missed me? I hope that you've missed me. I hope that you've missed talking to me and chit-chatting with me. So feel free to drop a comment telling me you miss me and you love me and you adore me and you think I'm beautiful. I accept. I agree. I also feel like I want this scarf to look different. I don't know how different. I just know that I want it to look different. I just know that I want it to look different. I might just do this off camera, but we're already here. So while I'm fixing my head situation, let's talk about your head situation. Your mindset. Was that a good segue or what? Today we're gonna be doing some mindset shifts as it relates to this new level, this new journey, this new segment of life that you have decided to step into. So our intentions for this video, I don't like that cross being at that side of my head. I'm gonna do this off camera. I'll be right back. All right, that's much better. Let's get into it. In today's video, we are talking about shifts. You've decided, okay, I'm actually ready to start. This is the video that you're coming to and you're like, okay, I'm ready to start. I am ready to really consciously begin the journey to more financial independence, more financial resiliency, more financial safety and security. I'm serious about being more consciously on the journey to a greater level of success in my business, in my field, whatever. This is the video that you come to when it's like, okay, you're serious about this next step. I want to know what's in my way. I want to know what's blocking me. I want to become more aware of my resistance and how to work through it. That's what this video is. We've got 3 piles for you today and I don't have them picked out, so why don't we get them right now? We are working with the Animal Oracle deck, baby. I don't even know the name of it, but I've seen it all over YouTube and I really love it. Group number 1, you are the Camel. Group number 2, you are the Octopus. And group number 3, they're saying right off the top, you are the Swan. Beautiful. We're going to hold them up. Group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Actually, that's cute. That's a thumbnail. Hold on. What's up, pile number 1? For those of you who chose the Camel, let's get into it. You're ready to step into this whole new segment of your life. You want some guidance, you want some shifts, you want some support, etc., etc. Girl, I'm trying to find the Camel in the book. This is the Animal Spirit guide book, or the Animal Spirit Oracle deck that I am using today. I just got it this week. Super exciting. I absolutely love it. Okay, boom, found Camel. resourceful, independent, knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything, as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger, the camel surges inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. We have calm, content, sparkle in the eye. When it's out of balance, you're dehydrated and lack vitality. To bring into balance, a pilgrimage. Okay, so I love this. All right. Okay, the app crash. You are definitely stepping into a whole new segment of life where, okay, hold on. Let me just get my life together. Okay, we've got our life together. So with this camel energy coming through and representing a resourcefulness, an independence, and an inner knowing, an energy of self-awareness. What's definitely coming through right off the bat is that there's a little bit of fear here. I'm stepping into this new level of life and I am terrified because I don't know what's on the other side. One of the reasons why you're not allowing yourself to step into this next level is because you don't know if you can do it. And of course you don't know if you can do it. This is the part where you have to validate yourself and validate where you are, because a couple of y'all are trying to skip over this and trying to do the, no, I'm not allowed to be afraid. Fuck my fear. I'm going to bulldoze over my fear. No, the aspect of you that is terrified, the aspect of you that is scared of this next level, the aspect of you that is holding yourself back, they make good points, right? So there's a funny, it's like there's an aspect of you that's like, I'm so terrified of this next step. I'm terrified of allowing in more money, right? In terms of your own upper limits, you're hitting that more money, more problems. Okay. RIP to BIG. You're kind of hitting a little bit of that upper limit, that more money, more problems. And then there's also just that general kind of fear. It's that into the unknown factor. And so you have this aspect of you that's like, I'm really, really terrified. I'm terrified of this next level. I'm terrified of what could happen. I'm terrified of what's over there because I have no clue what's over there. You're invalidating that part when in reality, it's kind of like, damn, they're just always playing that fucking Dr. Umar video in my head. That's not true, but it is a good piece of evidence. And matter of fact, that's your response to the aspect of your fear. Don't gaslight yourself because their perspective is absolutely valid, right? But it is a good piece of evidence. The point that I'm making here is that of course, I'm afraid of stepping into this next level of life. I've never been there before. I've never experienced that before. Were you terrified of going into high school? Were you terrified of going into the 9th grade for the first time? Of course you were. You'd never experienced anything like that before. So you got into the 9th grade. I am so like, you guys, I'm just feeling a little bit rusty. There's a million different things going on in my mind. Universe, please don't start yelling at me to meditate right now. I do need to take a couple deep breaths, actually. Of course I'm nervous. Of course I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous right now. I'm nervous for this video right now. I just got a virtual assistant who I'm so grateful for and so excited to be working with, and everything going on in my business right now, things are completely changing. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this, really making sure that I've got a solid foundation. I'm beginning to build on top of what I have been building for the past 2 years. Of course I'm terrified. Of course I'm terrified of this next segment of my life. Of course I'm terrified of the next segment of my life where all I have to do is record the content and then the videos get edited and uploaded and that's it. I am literally in the no excuses season of my life, I am stepping into the easiest segment of business that I've ever experienced before in my life, and I'm still terrified. I know, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99.9% sure that this next segment of my life, that my life moving forward will continue to do nothing but get easier and easier and easier and better and better and better and better and better. I know I know that that's happening. I'm still scared. I'm still scared. In order to have an easier life, I have to be willing to have more trust. I have to be willing to have more trust. I have to be able to trust my virtual assistant. I have to be able to trust other people to show up for me. I have to be able to trust that people outside of me will take my business as seriously as I do. I have to trust that the universe is handling things. I have to trust that my inner being is doing their job. This easier life looks like a lot more trusting than I have ever done in my life. My life was very difficult and a lot of struggle and a lot of me trying to take on and do everything myself, trying to be too hyper independent because I never had people that I could rely on like this. I never allowed myself, I didn't have people that I could rely on in terms of authority figures in my childhood. And then, of course, from that experience, because your childhood experience is going to carve out your view and perspective of the world. My perspective of the world was every man for himself. You want to make it, you got to make it on your own. I'm recognizing that for the level of success that I want in my life, I have to be able, and yes, this is relevant to you. If what I'm saying isn't relevant, then probably isn't your pile. In order for me to step into this next level of success, in order for me to reach manifestation babe level of success, where I am launching programs that are $1 million fucking opening day launches, you know what I'm saying? In order for me to reach that success, I have to allow myself to have a team. All of the most successful spiritual people that we know, all of the most successful entrepreneurs are people who have teams, people who have people supporting them. We're an interdependent species. That requires more trust. Trusting the universe, trusting that the universe is guiding me and aligning me with the people who align with my values. After I have specified my asks, I have to trust my inner being more than I've ever trusted my inner being before. Of course, I'm terrified. And it's not about taking this big leap of faith completely into the unknown. Excuse me. It's about every day I just trust a little bit more. I'm allowing my inner being to show me, to guide me in my thoughts, attention, and focus into a greater trust of the universe, a greater trust of my inner being, a greater trust of myself, essentially. Because when we're having trouble trusting other people, it's really a problem of self-trust. We don't trust our own discernment. We don't trust the things that we see. That's a problem. So as I'm learning to trust myself more, as I'm gaining more self-confidence, as I'm gaining more self-assuredness, I am trusting my ability to discern. I'm trusting my ability to discern which people are going to be able to show up for me in which ways. Of course, I'm terrified of this next segment of my life. It is okay for me to be terrified of this next segment of my life. I've never been there before. I've never been to six-figure business ownership before. I've never been to Uvu Java before. You're so funny. It's okay for you to be absolutely terrified right now. There's a feeling of, oh my God, I have withstanded all of the challenges of my life. You mean to tell me in this next segment of my life, I'm going to have more challenges? This camel card is, yeah, there's going to be challenges. But with all of the tools that you have been developing, with all of the things you have been learning as you have moved through your life to get to this point, moving through challenges becomes much easier. Moving through challenges becomes much easier. Moving through conflicts with other people becomes much easier when you've done the research and you know and understand how to have healthy communication, building relationships, and healing, finding resolve to conflict in relationships becomes easier when you know how to actually sit down, talk things out, communicate your needs, wants, and desires. When you know yourself, when you know what you need in order to soothe yourself so that you can feel better, then you can relay that to other people instead of screaming and crying and yelling and not being satisfied with anything anyone is doing for you. Because you don't know what will make you feel better. You don't know what will give you that satisfied feeling. Yes, there will be challenges in this new segment of your life. You have been prepared for them. You have been prepared for them. It's like algebra. Going into algebra, you might be terrified. Going into calculus, you might be terrified. Of course you're terrified. You have no prior exposure to algebra or calculus. But what you do have is years of mathematical training. What you do have is the basic understanding of how to count, the basic understanding of decimals, the basic understanding of division, the basic understanding of utilizing formulas, depending on which level of math we were talking about there. And so, although there are new challenges when you move throughout the calculus course, the first semester of calculus, the year of, that introduction to calculus, you can trust that all of that prior knowledge and experience is setting you up so that you can navigate those challenges much easier versus the person who was 4 years old, only knows how to count to 10. Trying to teach them calculus. That would be much more difficult. That would be a much harder jump. So the thing for you to recognize, pile number one, is that you're a lot farther along than you give yourself credit for. You are a lot more prepared for this next level than you give yourself credit for. You're stepping into a new segment of life of more ease, of more relaxation. Looking at your life, looking at the things that you've made possible, looking at the things that you've made happen. Can you allow yourself to get a little bit more confident? Can you allow yourself to become just a little bit more self-assured? Because, if I can handle traveling across the United States, making money for Airbnbs, gas, and food all along the way, 3 times over, if I can handle trips like that, I can probably handle allowing in the money for rent in my first apartment. I can probably handle allowing in the money each and every month consecutively, consistently, so that I can afford rent in my apartment. If I can afford, if I can manifest paying a fucking damn near $800 car note 2 times a month for like 3 months, if I can manifest that, I can probably manifest a down payment and the consistent income needed to easily pay a monthly payment on a Cadillac XT5. I probably can. If I did it before, I can do it again. If I did it before, I can do it again. That's where your self-confidence is breaking. You do something, you accomplish something, you get the award, you get the recognition, you get the good job, you get the kudos, and you don't really allow yourself to sit with that and celebrate that and internalize your own success. What happens is you do the good thing, you do the great thing, and you go, yeah, that was great. I hope I can do it again. I hope I can do it the next time. Pile number one, it's time for you to really start sitting and almost soaking in all of the wisdom, all of the experience that you have retained up until this point. You're not clueless. You're not helpless. You don't have absolutely zero idea or way to get to your next level. Far from it. I want to stop here because I'm hungry. And yeah, I'm going to stop here. That was perfect. We're going to do more readings with this deck, helping you get even more shifts. That's all that you needed to hear from this video. Thank you so much for watching pile number 1. I'm not currently offering personal one-off readings. If you want readings from me, I'm going live on TikTok every weeknight right now. $10 reads live. Y'all know how we do it. Probably we'll start doing them on YouTube as well. So you'll be able to catch me on here live if you want readings like that from me. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I do have a new program that's opening up. Information on that current program will be linked in the description box. You can apply, set up a call with me. We can talk about where you are and how I can help you get to your next level in your life. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if this helped you, if your energy shift, if it helped you to gain a little bit more confidence. We're going to do some stuff on developing a greater positive, a positive self-image and self-confidence. We're going to do those in the future. Did I already tell you to like, share, comment, and subscribe? I did. I'll see you later. I love you guys. Bye. All right. If you chose the octopus, let's get into your reading. It is the next day. Let's get into your reading. I gotta get your booklet. Octopus. Reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, the energy is interested, engaged, intelligent. When out of balance, the energy is needy, clingy, lacks courage. To bring into balance, you need some space to oneself or perhaps some talk therapy. Okay. Stepping into a new level, the energy of the octopus is here, letting you know that it's time to establish some boundaries. I don't know why I feel like the color is like gone from my skin. I just feel like I'm looking rather pale lately. Pale doesn't mean unworthy of love, just interesting. All right. Pile number 2. We've got the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles. You holding on to old relationships you know no longer serve you because of the history with death. You know that it's time for your relationships with certain people to come to an end or to transform. We have the Son of Wands. We have the 6 of Wands, the Lovers, the 4 of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the 7 of Swords. So the reason why your relationships are coming up here is because you have relationships that aren't satisfying to you. And it's like you have a desire to go off and explore more. You have a desire to move in a completely different direction. There are old relationships, old ways of being that you have moved on from. But you are afraid to walk away from these relationships that are unsatisfying to you because of what the connection used to be, or the relationship that you used to have, or maybe even what the relationship could be in the future. It's like there can be love there in that relationship, except with the Four of Cups here, you don't feel loved. With the Hanged Man and the Seven of Swords, you feel like there's jealousy in the relationship. Or you feel like there's a sneaky energy. It's like you're not trusting this person, these people. And the only reason why you're continuing in these relationships is because of what it used to be. Let it go, because the thing is, you're holding yourself back from your own change and transformation, your own excitement, your own success and recognition, your own aligning with your soulmates. And the reason is because you don't want to feel rejected or unworthy of love. A lot of you grew up in households where we're going to say your mother. So pause. First of all, you're a human being. We all have the desire to feel loved and accepted. You want to feel loved and accepted by others. You have the desire to feel loved and accepted by others. And if you do things that others don't like, or you have opinions that others don't agree with, or you come out in a way that others won't approve of, that wound is being triggered. You would have had parental figures who you didn't even like. And let's talk about it, because it's almost like pile number 2. You're fighting for relationships with people that you don't even care for, just bottom line. So all relationships are going to take an amount of effort to maintain. Death, Four of Cups, Hanged Man, Seven of Swords. These aren't even relationships that you still want to maintain. These could be people that you don't even like. Start thinking about the person, just who they are. If this is a romantic interest or a romantic partner, if they had their same personality, if they had their same habits, if it was treating you the same way, but they had a different face, they had a different body, would you still want to be with them? Some of you didn't even like your parents. I'll be honest. I don't care for my siblings. I literally was thinking about it a couple months ago. If we weren't related, would we be friends? Fuck no. We don't need to be friends today. We don't need to be close today. Looking at people from right here where you are, right here, right now, Do you still want them in your life? You're on the journey of learning how to establish healthy relationships. You're needing to learn how to directly, honestly, truthfully, transparently communicate your needs, wants, and desires. And you don't have to completely cut people out of your life. With this energy of the Knight of Wands, you might feel a little bit bad because you're somebody who grows very quickly and can just kind of be on to the next. The Empress, the Page of Swords, and the Mother of Pentacles. Some of you took on the energy of like the quote-unquote mom friend, and you think that you're responsible for other people. You're not. You're not responsible for other people's happiness. You're not responsible for them getting to where they want to be in life. You are not responsible for making them happy. It's okay to release that. You're showing up in a role that you don't even want to play in the first place. You just showed up taking care of others because you felt like as a kid, it's like, oh, my parents aren't meeting my needs. Oh, my parents aren't loving and caring for me. Here, let me show you. Maybe you just don't understand how you're supposed to love and nurture and take care of others. Let me show you. And so you take care of others, subconsciously trying to show them and then expecting them to take care of you. You're taking on too much responsibility. It's not your job to raise your friends. It's not your job to raise the people in your life so that they can reach their goals. That's it. That's your message. It's time for you to learn how to establish boundaries and connect with the people who actually make you feel good. Connect with the people who you genuinely enjoy being around instead. All right, y'all, that's all that we have for this pile. If this resonated with you, comment down below.